Yo, what up? Y'all see the title of this? And what I'm be reviewing is Eminem's Refill. Last week I said in the first impression, I just want to just review Refill, mostly because I didn't really listen to it a lot back in the day. I listened to tons of Relapse. Well, when it comes to Eminem, like Relapse, in my opinion, may not be one of his best albums, but I still really enjoyed it. I think it's a great album. But yeah, it is what it is with that. To pretty much talk about Relapse for a little bit, there's a lot of great songs like 3 a.m., Insane, Bagpipes from Baghdad, Same Song and Dance, Medicine Ball, Stay Wide Awake, Old Time's Sake, Crack a Bottle, and Underground, so much more. That album is really enjoyable, in my opinion. I know, like, one of the main criticisms of that album is the accent he did, and at first, I wasn't too huge on it as well, but over time, like over multiple listens, it is what it is with that. I start not to really care for the accent that he uses. I wish he didn't do that accent, of course, but in general, there were a lot of great songs on Relapse, in my opinion. Hold up. All right, sorry about that. Sorry for that cut. But anyways, yeah. So I've been listening to Refill a whole lot for this review, and it is what it is with that. I also want to point out something. So when I was looking at the back of this, I just got this in recently on CD because I've been wanting to get on CD for a while. Long story. I'll probably talk about that in a CD collection video. But also notice, like, on the back of the physical copy of Refill, it does not have My Darling and Careful What You Wish For. I looked that up, and I think it said at first those were iTunes exclusive. Pretty much they're only available digitally, but on Spotify, as it shows, it's a part of Refill, so of course I included those songs. So, yeah, it is what it is with that. Let's get started with this. Let's start with Forever. So that is my least favorite on Refill, and it still is. Now, one thing I really liked was Eminem's verse. It was really good. I enjoyed it. But pretty much the song, well, Eminem had the last verse. It was Drake, Kanye, and Lil Wayne. And their verses were okay. I wasn't like too huge into them. The hook was sung by Drake, which I mentioned last week. I'm not really a big Drake fan. I can never really get into his music and so on and so forth. And the beat was just okay, in my opinion. And last week I noted that, it sounds more like a song by Drake than a song by Eminem. But yeah, it is what it is with that. I really like Eminem's verse, but it is what it is with that. It's a nearly 6 minute song, and yeah, it is what it is with that. But yeah, Forever, it isn't like a terrible song. I'm not saying it's shit, but I'm not the biggest fan of this song, personally. Hell Breaks Loose last week, I said it was just good. It gave more listens to it. It did grow me a little bit. I never hated the song, but it just didn't do a lot for me personally. But I do think it's really good. It did grow me a bit more. When it comes to Eminem and Dr. Dre, like, there's a lot of collabs with Eminem and Dr. Dre that I like way better personally. Hell Breaks Loose is a solid song. Yeah, it is what it is with that. Another thing last week that I mentioned were some of the hooks in some of these songs. And they did grow on me. I did mention, I was talking about Music Box, where I said the hook isn't bad by any means. It's just my first time in a long time hearing it, and I'm not used to it yet. And pretty much the same like for the other songs like Buffalo Bill, Taking My Ball, I think was, I don't remember. Music Box was one. Um, Careful What You Wish For, but yeah, they have grown me a lot. I really enjoy those songs. Another thing I mentioned from last week, My Darling, with the voice I described of it being the devil. My like I didn't think it was a bad song by any means. I really enjoyed it, but the one thing I wasn't too huge on was the devil, like talking for a long time. But more listens I gave of it, because it's one of those things of like, you know, I wouldn't say it ruined the song, but yeah, the song is so amazing to the point where I just don't mind it. It's like 20s by Ghost, not saying it sounds like that, but first time I heard 20s by Ghost, I didn't really. It was great, but there was one thing I didn't really care for, and that was the background vocals on the hook. I just didn't really care for it. Multiple listens, I started not to mind that, because the song is awesome. And that's how I feel about My Darling, it's an awesome song. Alright, sorry about that. My bad. But anyways, overall, I really do enjoy this album. Some of my favorites on here are really like Buffalo Bill, Elevator, Taking My Ball, Music Box. Drop the Bomb on them is a great song. I do like it a lot, However, I think I like, Buffalo Bill, Elevator, Taking My Ball, Music Box a little bit more. My Darling, Careful What You Wish For. Overall, Refill is a really good. I don't even know if you call it an album or an EP. I was actually looking this up, because I have a playlist. I made it as a playlist because when you look at Relapse Refill on Spotify, it's also including Relapse. And sometimes I like to, put it on shuffle, you know, sometimes half the time I listen to it in order, and the other half I do listen to it on shuffle. If I were to put on shuffle, some of the Relapse songs would be on there, and I just really want to give a focused listen to the songs on Refill. But yeah, when I made that as a playlist for Refill, it's 42 minutes long, and I was, thinking, what classifies as an EP? Like, so I looked it up and so on and so forth. Of course, an EP usually would have like, I don't know, six like songs, probably less than that, so on and so forth. It also says, well, not only that, it require for it to be under 30 minutes. This isn't under 30 minutes. And I was thinking, of some of the recent albums I've been listening to, Korn's recent album and Corpse Grinder's recent album. They're 10 tracks, but they're like 30 some minutes long, like a little bit over 30. And then this one is almost as long as Ghost's latest album. So I don't even know what to really call this, like an EP or, you know, I don't know about for an album, I mean, this is kind of like a continuation, I guess, of Relapse. Songs didn't make it on Relapse. And, it's really, I see it as a deluxe version of Relapse. So, I don't know what I'm going to title this video, but, it is what it is with that. I've probably already come up with the title. I didn't want to put Relapse in the title since I haven't talked really much of Relapse on here. I say Relapse is great. I really do enjoy it a lot. And, yeah, I don't know. I didn't really go in depth with Relapse with this one. I wanted to go in depth with Refill specifically. But anyways, what I would rate Refill out of 10, I give it a 9 out of 10. I really do enjoy it. The one thing that I'm not big on is Forever. But other than that, 9 out of 10. I also put a Relapse Refill rating. So with Relapse, what does this get? It gets a 9.5 out of 10. Really great, it is what it is with that. So, yeah. So that's pretty much my review on Refill. I ain't really got much to say. Refill is a great disc. I don't know. I don't know if call it album. It's a great deluxe edition of songs. I don't know what to call it. Like, because I don't know. It's great in general. I do enjoy it a lot, and it is what it is with that. But overall, yeah, Refill personally for me gets a 9 out of 10. With Relapse gets a 9.5. Really do enjoy it. So it is what it is with that. But yeah, that is my review of Eminem's Refill. So, anyways, I'm gonna end this here. Bye.